Yes, I'm an albino, white as white, stepping from head to toe. But we all have real big colored personalities. I'll review all of those things you asked from me. Here's the story of what we do, discuss in great detail just for you. All those things that make us feel real good, real good. Beer, booze, coolers, and even food reviews. You're welcome anytime we're here. Sit back, relax, and have yourself a beer. Tune in and have a big old cup of cheer. I've been spinning back for almost 2 even years. Just give our honesty, the way life really ought to be, and we will not settle for less than better's best. But we'll always give our fans the most respect. And we'll always give our fans the most respect.
Good evening, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino, and we're going to look at a beer that was sent to me by Steve. So thank you very much, Steve, out in BC. We're going to look at a beer that is a collab. I'm going to just move this out of the way. That was the cup I was going to use, but I'm going to do this beer first. Anyway, this collaboration beer is from Steel and Oak and Freigeist Beer Culture. This is a Steinbier lager. There you are. And of course it was brewed at Steel and Oak. So this is 6% alcohol by volume. It's 30 IBU. Over here it says Steel and Oak and Freigeist. Freigeist revives and refreshes Germany's unique and historical beer styles. Steel and Oak does the exact same thing. High fives. Steel and Oak Brewing Company, 1319 3rd Avenue, New Westminster, BC, steelandoak.ca, and German Steinbier is a stone beer. So stone beers have actually been made here in Ontario and out in the Maritimes for Canada before. Brimstone has done one. They did their double, the hot fire double, the sinister fire double. Basically, what you do is you pour the wort onto burning hot stones, and that's what brings it up to temperature and caramelizes the sugars and helps it ferment. Like it says over here, wort was poured over hot rocks, instantly bringing it to a boil, caramelizing malt sugars and creating clouds of piping hot steam, resulting in a rich lager with a malt candy-like finish. Was it Propeller? Who I can't remember who did it in the Maritimes. I think it was Propeller. It was Propeller or Garrison, I believe. Maybe even Pump House. My bottle opener is way on the other side of the table, so I'm going to grab this ruler. There we go. So, we got a Mill Street bottle opener. And yeah, let's try and save this cap as well as we can, because I don't see any BB barflies near me to help the cap stay around. There we go. Not much damage to it. That's good. And we are going to drink this beer out of the Highlander glass. So this just arrived, well, technically yesterday, but I'm still awake from that time, so I'm going to say today. Just arrived today. Wow. So see, I've talked about this. I actually, the bottle brush should be around me. Sorry, the table's a little messy because I just pushed everything to the side. I always do my reviews from the back. Oh, right here. So, I actually have a bottle brush that I've been using to clean my glasses because I don't like the watermarks and everything that get on them, but my water is so hard that it happens. You notice it's basically already gone. I can't stop it unless I put a water softener in, and I don't care to do that. Okay, so beautiful beer, beautiful color, a little bit of haze to it. I can't see my hand back here. I can't hear. Lots of carbonation moving in there, but that's a beautiful amber color. Visually, I love the color of this beer. Head, little off-white, big snap, crackle, pop. It's a good-looking beer. It really is. Smell. You know what? That's interesting because it's kind of like a mixture of a Pilsner with an Irish red. It has, what the hell is on the floor here? Plant food. Why is it? I'm not even. Yeah, I can't even. So some nice like grassy, somewhat zesty, almost Saaz hops type of scent there, and like a caramel malty base. Is that more? It is. That's another bag of plant food. I don't even buy plant food. Why is there plant food on my floor? Cheers, let's try the beer. Okay. So, of all the rock-fired beers I've had, this is by far the best. However, I can say that none of the rock-fired beers I've had have been all that special. Nick brought one down for the beer festival. The very first one, I believe it was, and I had one of the very first beers that came out of Brimstone was that, and then I've had this. So it's not like I've had a lot of Steinbiers. I can't say I have, but of all three of them, this is by far the best. But it's also just like the other three, fairly boring, and you know what? This one's just very German, shall we say? Very German. The hops do seem more new world. There is that almost Saaz-like grassiness, but there's also a little bit of grapefruit and a little bit of fruitiness. Yeah, grapefruit, a little bit of lemon, that zesty grassiness, a little bit of earthiness. So very old world and new world mixed with the hops. Other than that, though, it does say that there would be a candy-like flavor. It's sweet, but I don't know if I would say. I don't know if I'd say malt candy-like finish. The finish is the finish. If I was going to say any candy, the finish is like the hop candies. I can't even remember the company's name that made those hop candies, but if I was going to say the finish with candy like, it would be those hop candies because it's a very apparent hop flavor with a sweetness just emanating through it. Very light bodied, very easy drinking, very easy flavor profile. There is that malty caramelly forefront, but it's like a burnt caramel. It's a nice beer. All in all, it's a nice beer. I can't really say anything bad about it. Why would I want to say anything bad about it? There's nothing bad to say. This is a good little beer. The aftertaste kind of reminds me of an American red in that there is that hoppy backbone, but it's also just mellow and sweet. The forefront, but it also very much reminds me of a Euro lager as well. I could see myself drinking a shit ton of this at like an Oktoberfest or something. I could even see myself buying a bottle here and there of this. Out of 10, I'd give it a 7.25. If anyone from either of these breweries ever watches this video and wants to understand my rating system, my rating system is about it is about flavor potential and flavor ratio for me, but it's also about value and whether or not I would purchase the beer again, basically. So for anyone new, 0 to 2, never drink the beer again. 2 to 5, I could drink it. I'd bitch about it, but I could drink it if I had to. Somebody else better be paying for it. Sorry, one of my mustache hairs just got in my mouth. 5 to 6, 7, 5 is I could drink it, but I'm not paying for it. I actually don't really have any complaints about it. I just won't really need to drink it again. And 7 and up is, you know, the stuff that I actively would buy again, that I think is actually above grade for beers, and that I would recommend anytime I talk to somebody. I do recommend every beer out there, though. If you haven't had the beer, try it. You don't know what you're going to think about the beer until you try it. So thank you, Steve, for sending this out. This was Steel and Oak and Frageist Beer Cultures Steinbier Lager. 7.25 out of 10.